What's good with it in the hood with it? Oh, hell no. Right? You see what's going on. Other than China Mac, you're in the news again. And it ain't about your pipa this time. Or maybe it is. One never knows, does one. But one thing I can say for sure is respects, first and foremost. Welcome to Gunner's Profiles, where we really, toma, get it in. Guard! I said we're going to get it in. Now, trip out. China Mac made airwaves again, huh? Other than Charleston White on one eye. The blink is real, right? Stop blinking. Charleston White went in on China Mac. Now, it was a racist rant. I ain't gonna lie, man. I calls it as I sees it. And see, I have two eyes, Charleston, so I see it well, right? And one thing I did notice, gente, is Charleston White, when doesn't he go in on someone? He roasts people, right? Roasted, roasty snacks, right? Or in China Mac's case, roast the Peter Piper picked a pepper. Now, I'm gonna tell you this much, man. It seems that China Mac has a little weight or carries a little weight in New York City, right? In the state of New York. He got it like that. You know, don't knock a man's hustle, don't knock a man's flavor, and definitely don't knock a man's realness. You know, out there in New York, he's made a name for himself. He's been incarcerated and pulled the strap out, boot bap, all that. He did what he did in a Menudo in direct fashion. China Mac is the man in New York. He's got a lot of clients, got a lot of respect. Put some respect on Mac's name out there. But we're on the West Coast. Something about the West. Shh. China Mac. Don't tell nobody. This is real out here. And where Charleston White comes from in Texas, it's absolutely real. Now, I can't, to what degree of real Charleston White is, I can't call it. I know he'll mace you. You run up on him. Or he'll tase you or things of that nature. But one thing I do know, and I've spoken on Charleston Mac, or Charleston White, Spence, I'm calling him Charleston Mac. I'm mixing, they're both characters, right? Charleston White. This guy definitely, and I mean definitely, right? Has some skeletons in his closet. He's definitely got some things going on there. But it seems like, you know, the number one thing that people hate on him about is his mouth. He tells, right? He likes to tell. He'll tell you he'll tell. He's telling, right? He ain't tripping. He's quick to slip into clipping and get to spitting. That's what he does. That's what he's known for. He's known for harassing, clout chasing, roasting people. He did it to T.I. Didn't he call T.I.'s son a fishnet fool? Hey, he had me busting up. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the fact that Charleston White disrespects the raza. Can't call it like an alcoholic, man. If he wants to go that route, we can always go that route. But at the end of the day, he's gonna continue to do what he does on YouTube, and one day he will get caught. You know, his own people, hey, mind your own or your own will remind you. They're gonna remind him. But one thing I say is facts, is China Mac pulled his New York card. You ain't going to New York. Get a rope. Ain't no pace but content. I'm sorry, Charleston. He said no. He pulled your card at a show and you ain't going. And Charleston White decided that for no other reason, ooh, we pobrecito the Mac. He went in on him, roasted him. Now, I didn't identify or agree with going on the Asians. Just because a brother is Asian or black or white, I said wood, brother. Don't say white, Gunner. We say wood around. Okay, Spencer. Or Mexicano or Chicano, whatever you want to call them. Stop bringing race into the issues. You know what I mean? That's man to man. You know? Kind of like what China Mac did with Milk. You know, he didn't bring race into it. He just brought his pipa into it. Busted Milk's whole eye bone. Now Milk's like Charleston White with one eye. You know what I mean? And then Milk done shot me the picture and busted my eye. I mean, everyone's eye got busted. China Mac's dick is worldwide now. You know, they call him Slim Pecker. Now, trip out, Slim Pecker. I understand how you feel about Charleston White, but at the end of the day, man, that man is going to do what he chooses to do. And you done opened up a whole can of worms. Now, I know the Mac, China Mac, well respected, is down. You see he fought with AD. Well, we didn't get to see it, but to what degree of it happened, or did it? One never knows, does one. But according to AD, who's a real one that I respect, he said he did. He said he punched his lights out, and China Mac at least pulled up. You can't take that from the Mac. He did pull up. In LA, West Coast, best coast, you already know how we do it, put you to West Coast. He pulled up, and he handled his business, according to No Jumper. Now, one thing I'll say for sure is, for some reason, these two individuals have crossed paths, whether it be on social media or in real life, and they don't like each other. And Charleston White voiced that very well. I don't agree with the racism, Charleston White, and I'm just telling you right now, why does it always have to become a black and brown thing or a black and white thing, or now it's a yellow and white thing, or however you want to call it, Asians? I got a lot of love for the Asian brothers. See, I grew up with Asians, Cambodians, Vietnamese, Hmong, Nguyen, you know what I'm saying? Stand up, Laotians. I grew up with them. And they always been righteous with me. You know, I never had no problems with them. They got drums. I don't want no problems with them. Okay, you hear me? But one thing I'll say for sure is that they've always been about their business. No one could deny that. They stand up and they step out and they do their thing. They rise to the occasion. Kind of like China Mac did with Milk. He rose to the occasion. Milk said, man, why you doing me like that? He said, that's some sucker shit. Trip out. So Charleston White roasted this dude. And at first I didn't see it. People were telling me about it and I was like, all right, I'll trip out on it. Because I don't really watch too much of Charleston White stuff. Ever since he disrespected the children and the Mexicanos, I kind of shied away from what he had going on. I kind of didn't want to hear anything more he had to say. When he was doing the T.I. saga, man, they were rapping against each other and he called his son a fish lip, Bart Simpson looking motherfucker. I definitely tapped in and spoke on that. But for the most part, I try to let Charleston White just do his own thing because, for one, I ain't trying to get on his radar, man. Because if you want a roast session, Charleston, Sasuke, you're roasting with the best of them, homie. You know what I mean? Yo, cockeyed, lily liver. Stop it. You want that cornbread? You know what I mean? You definitely ain't going to get this cornbread. What you're going to get, man, is a whole lot of what you don't need. But I definitely seen Charleston White disrespecting him and he went racial on it. And I don't agree with that, gente. I know I'm making fun. I'm having fun. And I do that from time to time or a time or two. You know, I didn't say 10 to 2. I said a time or two. Got your head in the gutter, man. Make your heart flutter. Now, Trip, what I said is I'm making my next move my best move. And the next move right here is to speak on the situation. How did it get to this point? How did it get to the point that China Mac, who's pretty well known in social media nowadays, man, Mac Eats, shout out, they're doing their thing. He crossed paths with Charleston White and Charleston White roasted your corn nuts. I mean, he let you have it. One thing about Charleston White is leave that man alone if you ain't got thick skin. You know, leave that man alone. That man is going to go in for a whole 15, 20 minutes and just let you have it. Now, I know me, it's ponle. It's whatever you want to do. We can talk or we can talk. If you want to talk, or we can walk the walk. And that goes to both these individuals. You know, China Mac, respects to you, but I've been seeing that you're getting in a lot of controversy lately, bro. You're getting involved in beefs with Milk 7-4. You know, we already know about the thing with AD. Then you guys break up to make up. That's all you do. First you love me, you hate me, you beat me up in the alley. Well, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, now you're going in with Charleston White. Now you can get real gangster. Are we going to get into some real gangster shit? Yeah, and you can pull his card and you won't be allowed to be in the vicinity or situations that you're in. That's cool, man. Hey, you're known for that. You're known to pull up and pop. You're known to handle your business. Ain't no one taking that away from you. You're also known to show your dick on the internet. But one thing I'll say for sure is Charleston White's also known to pull up. It's crazy. This man says he's going to go somewhere and goes there. Going 3 bodyguards, 1 eye, and a taser. But he's there. Now, he had a lot to say about China Mac. And I'm not going to say rightfully so because the route he went, I do not agree with. I don't think you should ever make it a racial thing when you're arguing with someone of a different ethnicity. If you can't get at him like a man behind the scenes and really press up and push on and, hey, what's happening, Holmes? We could catch that fade or whatever it may be, a taper, a quick taper. You know, around my parts, we call it a quick taper, Holmes, because I'm going to go up a little bit and knock you back down. That's what it is. Or, you know, if you want to spit some verbalage, man, if you want to see if you're vernacular spectacular and you want to go back and forth with a little roast session, a little capping, what you need to do first and foremost, and I'm going to give you the game, the knowledge you can't get in college, because indubitably I do what I does, and I does what I do. I'm going to tell you right now, you keep race out of it. See, it should never become a racial situation because that involves other people, other brothers, other Asians, and then you got people feeling some type of way about you, and you're putting yourself in a box. See, all the people that messed with you and all the people that showed loyalty and love and respected you, oh, hold on now. What you mean I'm a slang-eyed motherfucker? Then they're feeling some type of way, and then you open a can of worms you don't need. And that's, speaking of Charleston White, I haven't seen where China Mac has become racial. I know that he has a lot of interaction with Mexicanos, whites, yes, Woods, you guys too, brothers and everybody. So I can't put that on that man's plato. But one thing I'll say for sure is Charleston White's different. He doesn't disrespect the Mexicans. He doesn't disrespect the blacks, and he's black. And that's just the way it is. You know, I get to thinking and contemplating. I guess that's just the way it is. My number one thing here, besides all that, because that guy's going to do what he does. Like I say, he's going to get caught in his own spider web. He's going to get ate by a big black widow, right? But one thing that I do know is China Mac is finding himself into a lot of beef lately. Now, I don't know if it's clout. I don't know if that's what you do on the internet, because drama sells, beef sells. But this man is definitely getting caught up in a lot of things. And from the outside looking in, all I can say is, hey, brother, you know what I mean? Watch your step, because sooner or later you're gonna have to stick him in the deep end, homeboy, with a real one, and he's gonna get you wet. That's how it is in California. That's how it is in the West Coast. Let me give you a little West Coast flavor. I don't know about Texas. I don't know about Atlanta. I don't know about New York City. Get a rope. I don't know about any of these other places. Canada, Switzerland, Sweden. Oh my. You know what I mean? You trying to mess with a girl? She's a guy. Oh, you know what I mean? All I know for sure is out here in California, we warn you, we'll bomb on you, mother. We do our job. You think you mob homie? We don't. California's different. Okay, not this belittle any of these other places. I know they rock and they rock well, but in Cali, it's different. You have to be respectful. You have to check in. There's a lot of different things you have to do. Not just to do a show. You know what I mean? And you know better than others. You know, the checking game is real out here. People feel some type of way. If you go into a hood, you go into a vaudeville, you know what I mean? You better be well represented or know someone from there. Because if you don't, they're going to remind you. And we just, that's all we got to say. As far as Charleston White goes, like I said, man, I think the dude's hilarious by some of the points he makes. But I think when he brings race, children, derogatory statements towards people's families and children into the mix, it just becomes a little watered down, a little negative, and I don't really care for it, you know. But I guess they're beefing, man. It went viral, you know, his rant. When it does not. I think the funniest thing I ever heard was when Charleston White punked a 15-year-old kid to go get his mom on the line so he could holler at the mom. It was at that point right there I knew Charleston White was real in some aspects, and the fakery was really shakery. Because it seems like he's doing it and has perfected the gift of going out there and getting clout. You know, that's what Charleston White is based and built on. You know, but a lot of people don't understand that at one point in time, before all this YouTube stuff, he was real. He was really out there in them streets, man. He was really pushing that narrative for his people. And then somewhere along the line, his lines got crossed and he hit the telephone pole. And now he's out there like a ho-ho on the straw. And that's just what it is. Okay, coming to a theater near you, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Either way, he's going to be blinking. What you thinking? One thing I know is Mac, the China Mac, stay up out the way on all this beef, bro. It's not a good look. You know, let everyone beef around you, homeboy, and just chalk that to the game and intensify your prosperity of your channel off of it. You know, do like I do. I try to stay out the way. When they put my name into it, I throw a mask on and I let them have it, right? I become Miguel Myers. I become Tio Tupacas. I become all these different entities that they don't want to see on no type of level, because one of them is at the methadone clinic right now. The other one's doing the according to his homeboy Jason. It's just how it is. I don't bring the inner beast out until someone brings it out for me, and then I can't do nothing for you, man. You know, you got what I need, so I have to bring my friends. You don't want me to bring, China Mac, not you. You already know what it is, man. Respects to everyone involved. Charleston White, I don't mess with you, and that's just the way it is. I mean, we could do whatever on any level, man. And we're going to leave it like that. You know, there's things I don't agree with. I don't agree on calling the cops and the are down the street smoking Yeska. That's on them. The UNTI thing, that was very funny. His son does have fish lips, so I ain't going to lie. And Tiny, her bubble butt is bot. But other than that, you know, it just is what it is. With that being said, gente, if you haven't tapped in with the beef, they're really beefing. Charleston White did say some very derogatory things towards the Asians, and I don't condone that. Shout out to my Asian partners, my Asian brothers. China Mac, get it together, man. And stop sending people pictures of your pecker. You know what I mean? Or you're about to be a peckerwood, right? You know, you already know what it is, man. This is the gun with respects, total respects to all. I thought it was just something I put out there real fast, just to make it blast. You already know what it is. If you like it, hit that like and subscribe. If not, you can hit me with that thumbs down. If it's going to be that, then where's the ground? I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's coming together of people. You know, when all this funniness and fakery and fuckery happens out here on YouTube, I just laugh. I just laugh because it's content. We want to hear about it. We want to see it until it becomes racial and ugly and things like that. We don't want to see. I don't think there's no room in anyone's agenda for that. See, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to ridicule a person based on his ethnicity. You know, I mean, there's other ways to cat. Yo, cockeyed, one-eyed motherfucker. You know, I mean, there's different ways and different ways to go about it. But when it comes to talking about black, white, and especially brown, because we don't play that, homeboy. Then it gets real ugly. Anyways, man, hit with the thumbs down. Like I said, if you don't like it, I don't care. You know, it's just another day in the hood, and that's what it should be. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. It's sunny out here today. Man, no rain for once. You know what I mean? I'm going to go out there and get my motherfucking cruise on. Go get me another burrito or something, because that's just what it be. Anyways, this is the gun representing for Gunners Profiles. Tap into Gunners Profiles, Gunners Collective. And shout out to all the Raza channels out there really making a movement and really doing it. Not just capping the cap. ¿Sabes qué? This ain't the 90s. We don't boom blat or do that anymore. We make money. The gun. Bang, bang.